Welcome back. This video was made for my anatomy and physiology students preparing for their muscle practical. This session will review the upper extremity muscles. First, let's look at muscles that move the pectoral girdle. Again, we will use the PowerPoint diagrams from lab, along with our mini muscle man, our single muscle man, and our arm model. First, the trapezius. In 3 different views, I have the trapezius outlined. Here it is on our mini muscle man. Okay, our PowerPoint diagram, and on our single muscle man. What does it do? It extends our head. It also raises, depresses, and fixates the scapula. All right, so let's do head extension. First, to extend our head, we need to flex our head. So flex your head over. Okay, now bring it back upright. That's head extension. That was your trapezius at work. Now, go ask a child why they didn't clean their room. They're going to raise their shoulder. Okay, that's the trapezius also. Raises, depresses, and fixates the scapula. They're going to raise their shoulders with, I don't know. All right, muscles that move the arm. Next we have latissimus dorsi. All right, I have it on the PowerPoint diagram outlined in black. I have it on the single muscle man, and I have it on mini muscle man. What does it do? It's the prime mover of arm extension. All right, so before we can extend your arm, we need to flex your arm, right? Okay, so flex your arm. We're not talking about your forearm, so we're talking about your entire arm. So this is going to be on a sagittal plane. So flex your arm upward, okay? And now put it back down by your side. Okay, that was your latissimus dorsi at work. Okay, deltoid. I think this one's pretty easy for everybody. Let's find it on the diagram. So I'll get a pencil. Here we go. On our mini muscle man. Okay, deltoid. On our PowerPoint diagram, deltoid. Here's the anterior view of muscle man. And here's our single muscle man. Okay. Now, we need to know the origin and insertion of this one according to our exercise sheet. So it originates on the clavicle and the scapula and inserts on the humerus. So I am so fortunate to have Mike. So here we have a clavicle. So the red marks are insertion sites, and then red marks are origin, and in the blue is our insertion. It even has it marked with the right words on Mike. Some of them are worn away. So origin, clavicle, scapula, and insertion on his humerus. Okay, pectoralis major. It's the prime mover of arm flexion. So prime mover of arm flexion. So let's do that. Let's put our arm up again. We're flexing it forward in a sagittal plane. Okay, and that was using our pectoralis major. It also adducts the arm, so put your arm down by your side and then move your arm out away from your body, okay? That's abduction, so we need to adduct, so adduct's bringing it back in, okay? That's going to be your pectoralis major also. And we have it on our mini muscle man, our other muscle man, and on our on our PowerPoint diagram. Okay, the next 4 muscles have to be, they're part of a rotator cuff group. So we'll start with supraspinatus. The word kind of tells me right where it is. The supra part, the prefix tells me that it's above. And then above what? It's above the spine. It's above the spine of the scapula. So I have them outlined in black here. Here's on a PowerPoint, and here is on our arm model. What does it do? It stabilizes the shoulder, and it is involved in humerus abduction. Okay, so when we're abducting, what are we doing? We're taking away from the body, right? Okay, so supraspinatus was involved in that movement. another rotator cuff, the infraspinatus. Again, the word is telling me where it's at. I know it's below from infra and below what? The spine. So here it is on our PowerPoint. We see the deltoid's been cut away. Here it is on our arm model. Here it is on our mini man. And here we have it, okay, on our arm model again. So when we get to the Muscle Practical Lab, if this arm is up on the stand, please remove the arm from the stand and put it in an orientation where you can find things. An anatomical position is the best way for you to approach your locations. So what does this do? Infraspinatus stabilizes the shoulder and rotates the shoulder. Okay, our third rotator cuff muscle, the teres minor. Here we have it on our PowerPoint diagram. We have it here on our arm. Here's a picture of arm. Here it is on our mini muscle man. Okay, so when you go look for it, it's that tiny one. Okay, where does it originate? The scapula. Where does it insert? The humerus. What's it do? It's involved with external rotation of the shoulder joint. Okay, the last rotator cuff muscle, the subscapularis. This is on the anterior portion of the scapula. Here it is on our PowerPoint diagram. Okay. Here it is on our model picture. And here we go, our model also. Okay. What does it do? Stabilizes the shoulder and rotates the shoulder. All right, muscles that move the forearm. The first one we have is biceps, and it's right here. I think this is a pretty easy one for everyone because we probably already know before anatomy and physiology where biceps was. The origin, here we have origin on the coracoid process of the scapula. And you can't see it, but the other origin, because it has two heads, the other origin is on the tubercle of the glenoid cavity. And it's going to then insert on the radial tuberosity of the radius. What does it do? Prime mover of elbow flexion. So now let's bend our arm up, our forearm up. Okay, that was forearm flexion. Now, what did that move? That was our biceps. Or if you squeeze your fist and make your biceps stand out, mine doesn't do it very much. Okay, that's your biceps. Okay, the triceps. The triceps, we have it on here we're looking at the posterior, let's do that line again, that was pretty bad. The posterior view of our PowerPoint. Okay, here we have it, and here we have it. Remember, it's triceps. It has three heads. Okay, don't worry about lateral, long, medial. Don't get involved with all that. You don't have to. And here we have it up here and up here. Okay. All right. What does it do? It's the prime mover of forearm extension. So, we just flexed our forearm with our biceps. Now we're going to extend our forearm with our triceps. Where does it originate? On the glenoid cavity of the scapula and the humerus bone. And where does it insert? On the olecranon process of the ulna. We see that happening right here. Okay. Okay, these I find the most difficult. These are muscles of the hand. There's 4 muscles of the hand that move the hand that we need to know. The first one is the only one that we have that has flexor in its name. So if we're doing flexion of the hand, we know that we're bringing the hand towards the forearm. So if we're in an anatomical position, Flex your hand towards the forearm. So this is the only one that's going to be in this interior part in anatomical position. So let's find it on these three models. Here it is here. Okay, that's on the mini-man. Here it is on a PowerPoint diagram. Here it is on our arm. And here it is right here. Okay, what does the name tell me? Flexor told me it was on this side, okay, because I flexed my hand. Carpi tells me it's moving my hand, okay, at the carpals. And radialis is going to tell me it's on the radial side or my thumb side. So I have noticed for this particular muscle that it's 2 over. Okay, this means nothing. There's 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 from the radial side. So I know that's where I can find my flexor carpi radialis. Okay, and what does it do? Already said powerful flexor of the wrist. It also abducts the hand. Okay, the next muscle of the forearm, we have the extensor carpi ulnaris. So what do I know already? I know extensor, I'm on the posterior side, right? Because this is going to be extending. And I know it's carpi, that's going to be the wrist. So I flexed the wrist and now I extend, making it go back. I know I'm on the posterior side. Where else? What else can I know just from the name? That's I'm going to be close to the what? To the ulnar side. Okay? So let's find it on here. Here we go. There it is. And here it is. And extensor carpi radialis. Here's a longus and a brevis. Okay, we don't need to know the distinction between the two. Oh, that's not what I'm even doing. Hold on, back up. I wonder why that didn't match what I was about to say. Okay, extensor carpi ulnaris. So, ulnar side, pinky side, right? Okay. Ulnar side, pinky side. Ulnar side, pinky side. Can I count over again 2? I can. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, it's going to help me with that one again. Okay, what does it do? Extensor of the wrist and adducts the hand. All right, the next one. What does this tell me? Extensor digitorum. I already know it's where. I know it's on the posterior side of the hand because it's going to be involved with flexion, right? All right, I'm sorry, with extension. So it's involved with extension. So I flex with those on the anterior portion. I extend with those on the posterior side. And then I know it has to do with digits. Okay, because digitorum. Prime mover of finger extension and that can flare, abduct the fingers. Okay, so let's look at this PowerPoint diagram. Right off the bat, I see this muscle is involving, okay, 1, if you follow the tendons, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's involved with 4 digits. That's it. That's my extensor digitorum. Whoops. Okay. And on the real arm. You can trace those tendons on the arm model also. Okay, extensor digitorum. What happened to my little line here? Get rid of it. Okay, I'm not sure if I'll finish up with this one, but this is our last one. And it's a tough one because it's kind of on the lateral side of the lower arm. So most images that I have, or that you have in your book, are hiding it. So let's look at extensor. Okay, we know it's carpi. We know we're moving the wrist. Radialis, we're going to find it where? We're going to find it on the radial side. okay? And then we're going to, what's its job? It's going to extend, I'll start over on the next one with this muscle.